Okay, does everybody remember linear regressions? Remember we put this in Desmos and it gives you the linear equation when you put in a table. Today, we're going to be doing quadratic regressions. So now we're going to be working with this equation. When they give you a table, you can get the equation of a quadratic function by typing y1 approximately ax1 squared plus bx1 plus c. And you can find this formula in the formula chart. It just won't have the ones or the approximate. So you have to remember that that's what you use when you're trying to get the equation from a table. So make sure that you paused the video and that you wrote down these notes on your paper so that you know what to type in Desmos whenever you're looking for it. So we're going to go ahead and start with problem number 1. I want everybody to add a table on Desmos and put this table on there. We're going to do it like this. You're going to press the little plus button to add a table. Una tabla. And you're going to type the numbers in there. So I have 12, enter. -6, enter. 9, enter. And -7, enter. And on the other side, we're going to type 105, enter. 33, 48, and 48. And I want you to zoom out so that you can see all the points and make sure that it is a quadratic. Now this one you can't really tell that it's a quadratic, but I know for sure it's not a line. So if we go like this, it kind of looks like a quadratic, right? So I know that it's not linear, so I'm going to type the quadratic regression on here. Everybody follow along. Y1. Approximately, you have to go to the alphabet. And it's down here at the bottom, right beneath B and N. Approximately, ax1 square plus bx1 plus c. Okay? All the x's and the y's have to have a little 1 at the bottom because my table, look at my table, has a little 1 at the bottom. If for some reason it doesn't show up or it's not working, then maybe these numbers changed. Maybe now they're 2s or 3s or whatever. So you can either change these back to 1s or you can change all of these back to whatever the table says. Okay? So now it gave us the A, the B, and the C. Okay? The A is 1, the B is -2, the C is -15. And I'm going to type those, write that down as your equation. So we have y equals 1x squared minus 2x minus 15. That's your equation. Okay, and if we go back to Desmos, you'll notice that once you typed this up and it gave you the A, B, and the C, it goes through those points that you plotted. My green dots, it went through all of them. If it doesn't go through them, we did something wrong. You probably typed it wrong or something like that. Okay? That's how you're going to do the front page. The back page, okay, let me go back. The front page asks you specifically to find the quadratic equation. Specifically. It already told you these are going to be quadratic, so I need the quadratic equation. On the back page, it doesn't say that. It says find the equation of each table and determine if the function is linear or quadratic. So they're not telling you that it's quadratic. They're asking you, is it linear or is it quadratic? And then give me the equation. Okay? So we're going to type this in there, and we're going to look at it. And you're going to tell me if it looks like a line or not. Okay? If it looks like a line, it's linear. If it doesn't look like a line, it's quadratic. So let's type this in decimals. So we can erase this. We can erase this. Add a table. Everybody make sure that you're doing this with me. We're typing 1, enter, 2, enter, and look, it starts telling you, did you want 3 next? Yes, enter. Did you want 4 next? Yes, enter. 5, 6, 7. Okay, on the other side, -3, enter. -9, enter. -15, enter. -21, -27, -33, and -39. Okay? And look, if yours is not zoomed out enough, make sure you zoom it out. You need to look at it. What does that look like to you? Does that look like a line or like a curve? It looks like a line to me. They're in a line. Look. Right? They're in a line. So let's do the linear. And if it doesn't go through all the points, then we know it's not, right? So I think it's linear, so I'm going to type the linear function. Remember, we're using this one. y1 approximately mx1 plus b because I think it's linear. Parece línea. Okay, so I'm going to use this one. So you type it. y1 approximately. The approximately button's right here. mx1 plus b. Did it go through all my points exactly, perfectly? Yes, then it is a linear, okay? Even though to some of y'all it might have looked like a curve, but it wasn't. So we're going to type this in there. It's going to be -6x plus 3. My equation's -6x plus 3. And write down that it's linear. Let's do number 5. Number 5. So let's do number 5. Type that in there. El número 5. Type that in there in Desmos, and let's look if it's linear or quadratic. So add a table. Type the numbers. -3, enter. -2, enter. And then it starts guessing for you, so you can just type enter, enter, enter. All the way to 3. -28. Enter. -11. 0. 5. 4. -3. And -16. Zoom out. Does it look linear to you? No, it looks like a curve, right? Look, it goes up and then it goes down. So we would say it's quadratic, and we would type the quadratic equation here. The quadratic regression. So that's y1 approximately ax1 squared plus bx1 plus c. Okay, and look at my graph. It goes through all the points. So my A is -3, my B is 2, my C is 5. So write it down. Y equals -3, -3x squared plus 2x plus 5. Quadratic. Let's go back to problem number 1 up at the top. If they would have asked you for the slope, could you have done the same thing? Yes. You get the equation, and then it tells you the slope. What's the slope of this one? -6. The slope is -6. What's the y-intercept of this one? The 3, because that's your B. B is the y-intercept. So some of you, I think it was problem number 1 on the CBA. It asks for the slope. You could have done it like that. Okay? Go ahead and finish the front and the back.